Boom, boom. Double feature from Brighten Blades. Have you ever heard of them? Well, guess what? If you haven't, you're going to get a little knowledge today. Let's check them out. Couple new knives from Brighten Blades. I met the owners, lovely ladies of this company, when I was in Blade Show Atlanta last weekend, 2025. I did a little review of their booth that will be coming out soon. And here's a couple knives that I picked up. Let's open them up. Let's check them out. Let's see what Brighten Blades has to offer. I got two different things. This is the Brighten Not So Heavy Metal Blades. They're kind of a rock themed. So this one's featuring Purple Rain with the purple color. I'm from Minnesota. Gotta represent Purple Rain. Great for everyday tasks on the go, emergencies. Includes this handy carrying case, Brighten Blades, kind of designed more for the ladies. Starring mirror polished blade, 8CR13 MOV, anodized aluminum handle. Ooh, anodized aluminum. Maybe we could laser mark that. Knife without a life without a knife is like a guitar without strings, so they kind of add to that rock theme for it here. The other one I got is the Not So Heavy Metal Blades keychain version, the Teal album. Convenient carabiner clip as well. Same 8CR13 kind of design with these Not So Heavy Metal offerings. Let's open them up. Let's check it out. I actually got this one as a gift for a friend. I was going to try to see if I can keep the packaging moderately intact when I give it as a gift, but you know how these things are. They don't always play well. See if I can do it without anything crazy, but it looks like we're going to just be tearing into this. I was going to try to separate the side, but it looks like it doesn't want to tear out. Maybe it will. We got to give it some hell. Get out a knife and cut it open. Well, it looks like we're gonna. I wanted to try to not damage that packaging, but it looks like that's what we're doing. Now I got to not cut myself on this sharp plastic. Okay, knife is free. Let's try to cut out this. Ooh, flip that over. Carrying bag case without damaging it. Who loves a good blister pack? Not me. Alright, we are out. There's the package box on the floor. And then this one here should be a little easier. Maybe not. They keep them packaged up nice and secure. Get in between there. And then not catch my hand at the same time. It looks like we're going for it. Alright. And we are in. Both of these knives are about the same, so I figured I'd just keep them together for the review. Box on the floor. There it is. Here is the keychain. Liner lock right in there. Nice small little knife. A little small for me. You know I have the larger hands, but does close up nice. Here's what it looks like sealed. So if you want to have that hanging off of a bag or in a pocket, in a pouch, in your glove box. Thumb studs on both sides. Let's see if I can get a hold of this and flick it out, as my hands are a little small, so I might struggle with that. I think if you do have slightly smaller hands, you should be able to get in there and flick it out. What do we think about the style on this? So doesn't look like a captive pivot, just a nice budget little pocket or bag purse knife for those little emergency situation type of things. I have issues with the lanyard, I gotta hold on to that to kind of get her to open, but that does kind of snap out fairly easy. Otherwise, boom, there you are. I like the bolster accent to it, the nice green teal on the aluminum. Little 8CR blade. That's fun, right? So, no play. Blade feels solid. I would say if anything, it's a little stiff. Either needs to break in or you might have to just slow roll it open. I wouldn't be able to flick this one out at this size. I did flick a couple of them open on the table when I was there. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this one as well. They are basically the same design, but this one is larger, easier for me to get in my hand and close it up. Oh, I caught my nail or my finger on the thumb studs, which I tend to do with my larger hand. It does flick out easy enough. If you have a regular size hand, this will probably be great for you. Ooh, these feel really good. Here's the Purple Rain version. Got that nice little coating color on the pivot as well. Little extra accent on the larger one. No real branding. It says Brighten right there, and the part number on that side. There's the Brighten on that. Let's look on this one here. Same thing, the Brighten on the one side, the number on the other, 147137. So other than that, the pattern, the design, it looks to be identical. Really well made, nice and clean. No bumps or notches like this where you run your hand across right there. It feels nice and smooth. All the connecting areas and points of contact or whatever are nice and smooth. No jimps. I like a good jimp. This one, also solid. No real movement there. That thumb stud works just fine if I can keep my finger out of the way. Flick out, there you go. Not a problem. Nice little 3-finger grabber. Let's check out this case. So the little pouch got a soft kind of a velour Brighten Blades with the logo there. As I said, this company is designed, owned by a couple real lovely, nice ladies. We're looking for something fun as far as something to carry. They were cutting things all the time and wanted to have something that, you know, worked, that they could be cute in a bag. They also have another version. This is the not so heavy metal. They have another one that's inspiring version where they'll have different patterns. It's a similar blade, slightly different upswept shape on the blade itself, but the handles, instead of being a solid color like this, excuse me, have more patterns and stuff on them. Then they have an inspirational quote written on them. Fun little knife. Clip cannot be swapped to the other side. Kind of an interesting, not very deep carry clip, but I think these are they're more designed to be used. You can stick this in this pouch that it came with right here, whichever way you do it. I don't know if you go with the clip or you go over the clip, maybe like that. And then it looks like there's another little spot. You can use this as like a ID case or wallets. Put a few credit cards or something in there. Zip that up, throw it in your bag. Boom. Need that knife real quick. Get in there, get her out. Miss with the thumb. 8CR is a lighter, more of a budget steel. Ooh, that is a nice little hollow grind on there. But I don't mind it. I have some Sencuts and a few other knives with some 8CR on it. That's not a bad steel. For this price, for what you're going to do with this, this is kind of more of a light duty, light work kind of a knife. There it was in there. There you go. And that was all that was with that. So let's see, we'll open this one up here. I definitely kind of have to roll that one out. It's smaller. It's cool. It does feel fine in the hand. A little 2-finger grab for me. The third kind of falls off unless I use that as a lanyard. Then it actually, the whole thing is in there. So getting in there to open a box or cut a little tape or something like that, that's really what these would be for. Just that little emergency quick use when you're on the go. Blade is a little off center. It's a little that way. I can go in there and maybe dial that a little bit. It is solid, so we might be able to crank it over and get it a little closer to center, but it's actually pretty close. You can see it's just a little over, but not by much. Thumb studs do stick out quite a bit. They actually almost stick out further than the the bolster, and I tend to have this long finger sticking out like that, and so when I go to flick something out, you can see right there how I just caught it on, I caught the thumb stud on my finger. That's because I have a longer finger. If your normal or smaller size hand was right here, that wouldn't be an issue at all. Either way, I still can flick it out. I can thumb it out most of the time. It's got a nice shiny polish on there. If you like that mirror finish, that and the bolster kind of have that extra sheen, and also the liners give it that nice polished look. Boom. Fun stuff. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Do some measurements. No jimps on either of these. You know I like a good jimp. I always say some of them are fine without a jimp, but look at this drop bear. Look at all the jimps on there. That's what Kenman likes. Okay. Get some measurements on these. The Brighten Blades Not So Heavy Metal series. All right, just over 6 1/8 on the larger one and 4 inches on the smaller. We're looking at a 2.5 inch blade. You could say 2 5/8 at an angle if you wanted, but it's about 2.5. This one is a 1 5/8 blade on that keychain version. We have a 2.5 inch cutting surface with a slight curve on the belly, and a 1 5/8 same belly on the smaller, and 3.5 inch handle, 2 3/8 inch handle on these respectively. Blade stock 0.08. 0.08 carries out to right there. Then you've got that little hollow grind, that nice pointy tip on the end. Oh wait, I might as well finish this one here. 0.39 on the handle thickness, and the thickest part of the bolster 7.2, 6.3 on the thickest on the blade for the larger pouch version, the Purple Rain. Blade on the keychain 0.06, so a little bit smaller, same little, carries out just about to there. Handle 0.37, 0.51, and 4.4. And this is battery. This battery's gonna last forever. Compare everything with the Kaiser Drop Bear. Really nice daily carry, regular size user, not quite full size. Tons of jimps. This is one of my more used knives. Nice and broken in, pretty dirty actually. Sorry about that. 1/2 inch shorter on the front and the back than the Drop Bear, so you can see that size. This is the Pyrite Killer, the Bug Out Killer, the standard, not quite full size for a comparison. There it is. There it is. Pick up a Drop Bear if you're interested. And these Brighten Blades, these are fun. I've been doing a paper cut test. Do I have any paper around here? This one is all right. Let me try to get a straight edge. All right, give me a corner to work with here. There you go. Not bad at all. So right now, this 8CR out of the box, I'm going to give that like an 8. This is a horrible piece of paper for this right now. But that slice is just fine. I'd give that a 7, 7.5, 8. You can feel a little bit of friction on there. Maybe a little strop would really clean that up. The smaller one, the cheaper one, looks like it needs a little more work. let's just go ahead and try once. Just a quick little strop. Oh yeah, did you see that? Ah, man, this piece of paper is shot. And then when you're starting with a bad edge, yeah, not bad. I think a little bit of work on there. You may have to sharpen them a little more regularly than some more higher quality steels, but you're getting a nice product at a good price for some type of little, just simple situations, you know, not heavy use. These aren't camping, major rugged outdoor knives. This is a nice delicate purse knife, wallet knife. Throw it in your bag and your glove box and use it when you need it for those little cutting tasks that you might have. What do we think about these? Anyone ever get anything from Brighten Blades? They have some other knives that they offer, a couple nice looking folders and a premium karambit, like a defensive karambit. So go to Brighten Blades, check them out. I'll have a link down in the description. Yeah, fun stuff. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.